Welcome to the United States Department of Defense website, America's home for the security and safety of our nation. This website is the front line in the defense of the United States and puts America at the high point of the technological pyramid above all other nations. Countless experiments have been conducted to ensure your safety from online intruders. We log you into our system with the idea that there is an absolute trust in our technology. The United States government thanks you for using our system.
Welcome to my brain. It's a little dark right now, but if it gets too bad, I'll just hit the escape button. So, where to begin? JJ Journal, March 1999. Teenage geniuses. Mozart writes his first opera at age 14. Mary Shelley writes Frankenstein at age 19. Louis Braille invents the Braille system at age 15. Steve Jobs founds Apple at age 19. Frederick Chopin, age 10, plays his first concert. JJJ hacks into the Department of Defense and NASA at age 16. When I first saw The Matrix, I was instantly hooked. I mean, here's this guy, a loser, everyday data entry typing cubicle slave to the system. But secretly he's Neo, a godlike hacker who lives under the radar, sacrificing riches for the thrill of the hack. But one day Neo gets contacted by the master hackers who offer him the chance to save the free world. You see, Mr. Anderson never really was who he said he was. He was always Neo, and that's what they called him. And that made me believe I could do some great things. And with some badass clothes. And the agents, the system, the government. Oh, they were always there. They could be anyone they wanted to be. Take over the minds of anybody in the Matrix and they'll hunt you down. It's March 1999, my parents' house. Specifically, my room would be raided for the first time. I was 16. I had the power to put my stamp on the world. All these guys had a spark, a candle that kept them bright. Chopin, Gates, Shelley, Jobs, Joan of Arc. All world changers. J.J. James. Comrade. That's my real name. Well, what did you do at 16?
Hey JJ, it's time to tell some truth. It says here that you are 16 and attend Palmetto Senior High, correct? You alright? You look like you could use some water or something.
I'm fine, just getting sick feeling.
Guilt.
What?
It's guilt.
It's not guilt, I'm not guilty.
Sure. But if you were guilty...
Well, I'm not.
We hacked your computers. We found everything. Listen, Jay.
JJ.
What?
It's JJ.
Jay. You broke into 2 government servers.
I didn't steal anything.
You stole code. Our guys at NASA had to shut down the servers for a month. The International Space Station had to do a permanent reboot. NASA had to pay $41,000 to fix the problem. In other words, you pissed people off, and royally. Do you have $41,000, Jay?
Screw you.
Are you guilty, son?
What, Dad?
There are FBI agents in our house right now looking through your room.
You sent them to my room?
JJ, and a federal agent comes asking for you, I can only do so much to protect you. I mean, how could you?
Dad, I didn't do anything wrong.
Do you realize that your mother is suffering from cancer? Cancer! Is this what we need to deal with right now? You flying around the internet bringing the Secret Service to our door?
I didn't do anything wrong, Dad. I was just looking around. I didn't kill anyone.
Well, obviously you did, because you're not here to give us a parade.
Dad.
What did you take?
I did.
Damn it, JJ, please tell me.
It wasn't even that great.
What wasn't?
I took the source code to the environmental system of the International Space Station.
What?
No one could have died. I could have just made it hot or cold with pretty kids.
Well, you obviously don't see it that way. Damn it.
Dad, it was a mistake. I shouldn't have done it. Dad, tell them I've learned and I won't do it again. Dad, tell them, Dad.
You won't be free, JJ. Not from us. Not ever.
JJ, I'm taking away your computer.
Mom, you can't do that.
Yes, I can, and I will. We see what you're doing, going onto those sites. Your dad knows, JJ. He's a programmer. Did you think he wouldn't know?
Mom, if you take away my computer, you take away my life.
JJ, 14-year-old kids do not have lives on computers. They have lives outside, playing ball.
No!
JJ, I know that you love this stuff. But you cannot be trapped in here forever. You need to learn how to socialize without there being a screen in front of you. Your skin and bones. Pale as a vampire. You can't live this way, honey.
There's no one out there but idiot people. They live fake lives in the flesh. I can't be real with them. This is different.
There is no one out there but computer names. No one will ever know who you are. JJ, I love you so much. But I'm just worried for you. School's been the last thing on your mind. Your grades are in the toilet and...
I can't stand school, Mom. Everybody stop me. They crack jokes at me. I just feel worse when I'm there.
Well, it can't be your life forever. You need to get out of the darkness and go back into the world again.
Oh, just leave me alone.
Okay. But you know I love you, right?
Hey, dickhead. It's time to tell us about your little internet friends. You're going to serve time and...
This is how people see me. The hacker. You see, to the press and the public, hackers are the scariest thing they face since they sat around tables, holding hands, connecting to ghosts. Today, we're the ghosts that haunt your lives. We can get into your private life without you even knowing and steal your secrets, or reprogram a nuclear missile to launch at our commands, or crash a satellite onto your car, or dare it so, even steal your private life and put it on the internet for all to see. Hackers are the evil of this world because you can't see our faces. We could be anyone, slowly coming onto you, keeping you afraid of a darker world. That's what they were scared of. In some ways, they were right. As for me,
Tell us about Soup, this friend of yours.
he's no friend of mine. Not anymore.
You don't have any friends.
Comrade! Hey! Man, I heard what you did. That shit was epic.
Hey, thanks.
Dude, do you realize what you did? You broke into NASA, man! International Space Station and shit.
The AC.
The what?
I took the source code to the AC controls. It was nothing.
Oh, yeah! Hey, I heard that anonymous interview you gave PBS, man.
MainStage Journal. I was cocky. Thought I was a big deal. All the press I got, the government's attention. It didn't matter what anyone thought. I was doing good for America. It wasn't for me. The interview. Well, I think the price of the software is irrelevant because the government overpays for everything. I mean, 41,000. It was source code that wouldn't even compile. The computer people know what I'm talking about with compiling. It was source code that wouldn't even compile without the proper equipment. Or maybe it was just bad coding. I don't know. Look, the only reason I downloaded it was for the sake of learning what it is that they're doing. How they program their techniques. They did stupid things that an experienced programmer would know not to do. But as for claiming that the addition of computer security is damages, that demonstrates a serious lack of responsibility on the government's behalf. The failure to put up adequate security from the start, from as soon as they turn their computers on, is a lack of responsibility. And then they cover up their mistakes. They call it damages when a computer enthusiast such as myself demonstrates their ineptitude. If one was so inclined, one could have deleted files, or put up a virus or sold the information to foreigners. You could perform a denial of service attack and cause their computers to stop performing. One could have done any number of things that I did not do. Could I have done those things? I could have. They couldn't have stopped me, and they couldn't have caught me. Look, I've learned my lesson. I shouldn't do stuff like this. But it seems to me that the big lesson here is just how vulnerable everyone is to this technology. It's a lesson to all of us. What am I going to do about it? Should I try and fix it? Yes. Yes, maybe I will. Look, what I'm trying to say is it's not a big deal, alright?
Dude, I kind of think it's a big deal. You realize you could have just zipped off the AC in there and made those guys like freeze to death. Or you could have turned up the heat and make them have to deal with sunlight heat. Give all the astronauts sweaty ball sack syndrome.
But why would I want to do that? You're giving me 6 months juvie.
Dude, you are like a hero to the hacking community.
So what? It's not like I'm making millions of dollars or anything. They found the computer stuff I took from school. Now I'm getting kicked out. They even took my Star Trek encyclopedia. My Star Trek encyclopedia, man. I'm done.
Dude, that's kind of why I'm here. Look, I got a message from someone at South Miami High. He really wants to meet you, even though he kind of already has.
Like that.
You know, it's...
Soup Nazi. Albert Gonzalez. Teenager. Struggling student. Comes from a poor family on the outskirts of South Miami. If I had to put a pin on it, it's cocky. Well, we'll get to him soon enough.
Comrade,
Yeah. Hey,
love your work.
thanks, I guess.
So tell me, how was the code for the station?
It was crack. A lot of crack. I couldn't believe my code was more sophisticated than theirs, but this was NASA.
Yeah, well, they're all like that. I've done my fair share snooping around. But what I can't wrap my head around is, how did they catch you?
It was stupid and didn't cover up my tracks. Thought they wouldn't really consider it to be a major crime.
But you knew that you weren't supposed to be there. And you did it anyway.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm talking about. You see, you still did it because you knew you could. And I bet that you felt like a god when you did it, didn't you?
Well,
Don't bullshit me, man. I know. I get the same feeling. You know, we could make a really good business doing what we do. We could make a lot of money.
I don't know, man. Sounds tempting.
You wouldn't be able to get a real job with a felony on your record anyway.
What's the work?
Well, I think you know what it is. I got some connections overseas. We don't gotta do anything crazy. We just gotta list some credit cards, and we don't have to deal with fake credit or anything like that. We can just slowly make it happen and make some extra cash.
I don't think I should get into that shit, man. I don't even have access right now. I just want to code.
And so do I. But what fun is getting into a government institution unless you're getting paid? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, get in touch with me when you get out of juvie. I got some plans.
Soup would take me in. We'd make money. Lots of money. Hacking. Of course. I know what some of you are thinking. But what exactly is a hacker?
Hacker definition: black hats. Black hats are hackers who create malicious software to break down systems or break into corporations, steal identities, credit cards, or simply cause chaos. Black hat purpose: to obtain individual freedom and accessibility that are beyond privacy and safety. Also known as dark side hacker, crackers. You don't want to be one of these guys. Hacker definition 2: white hat. Ethical hacker. A white hat is a hacker that hacks for the good of society, to make society a better place to live in technology. A white hat loves to take things apart just to figure out how they work. It could be a phone system, a lawnmower, a computer, or even large banking internet sites. A white hat might break something while doing it, but he or she does it to better reveal the weaknesses of our supposed safe and impregnable security systems. White hat purpose: prevent system destruction, protect the safety of information system, investigate black hats. Also known as ethical hacker or a sneaker. White hats are totally rad. Hacker definition 3, gray hat. A gray hat does a little bit of both a white and black hat. Usually a gray hat likes to have the freedom of being outside the law and will do things illegally to reveal government or corporate wrongs and reveal security holes in servers. Gray hats are also activists, also known as grays or hacktivists. I'd say good old JJ here meets that criteria, right? Now, how to hack. To hack a computer, a hacker must be reminded of some helpful details. These are the Zen details. The most simple way: 1. Break the code. 2. Attack the server. Some helpful hints. Illegal is not illegal. Number 1. The best hack door is the front door. Number 2. Forge internet identity. 1. If you can't get any information, try social engineering. Either set up a fake identity, ask an IT guy, or hire a ranking office official. Number 2. If that doesn't work, just reverse social engineer it. Apply Trojan horse virus, called so because of the ability to hide itself in emails, and have an employee email it to the rest of the company. Then, take whatever information is needed. Or number 3. You could also try using a sniffer. A sniffer is a device that latches onto unprotected Wi-Fi signals and gains access to a server through its own wireless network. That's what good old JJ, Albert, and Christian are going to do. And they're going to make a crap load of money. Hey, if that isn't an American success story, I don't know what is. And remember, there's always a way in and a way out.
JJ Journal. My last month of juvie lockup. 2000. Well, I'm hoping I can at least get my room back, right?
What happened to your face?
What?
Your face, it's all baked up.
Some guys roughed me up on the way back from the cafeteria. Where have you been, Dad? I haven't seen or heard from you guys in a while.
We've been dealing with some things, son. None of these last few months have been easy.
I know.
You don't know.
Dad, I'm getting out of here soon. I've learned. I really have. Mom will see it.
Son, we've...
What? What's wrong?
She's gone. She tried to fight it, you know she did. I'm sorry, JJ. She just didn't have enough strength to get out of bed. You put her through... You know her condition. You put yourself here, you know. I told you not to mess around with that stuff, and you just kept going and going.
I was doing
Is that what you tell yourself, JJ? Because that's bullshit, and you know it. You're no hero. You think doing that stuff was the right thing to do while you were smoking weed and laughing with your friends because you thought you were so smarter than everyone else? I am so angry with you. You put her through so much with the jails and the drugs, and I just couldn't sit there and watch her die without thinking.
What? What? Go ahead, say it!
You killed her. You killed my wife. Your room will be there when you get up. I'm moving out. I need to start over. Goodbye, son.
Guilt much? We have you here eating out of our hand. Your life, it belongs to us.
This was the first time I noticed the darkness taking over. The downward spiral. JJ Journal, 2005. Soup Nazi's birthday party.
JJ! Where you been, man? I haven't seen or heard from you since, like, the Office Depot thing.
Yeah, well, it's been a rough couple of months.
Rough? Man, we've been banking! What do you mean, rough?
Yo, we are literally the kings of the world right now. Happy birthday to me, hey, happy birthday to me. Sing it, I'm rich as a motherfucking bitch. Happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday, man.
Yo. It's where you been, bro? You're scaring me a little bit. I thought you sunk into the dark or some shit.
Kinda like that, yeah.
Yo, listen. I got a job that we can do, and it's gonna take some doing, but we can cash in bigger than the last one.
Soup, I don't want to do this anymore.
What? Did I hear you right? You becoming a white or just a pansy?
Things are getting crazy everywhere. People from the Shadow Reform are getting arrested.
And? So what, bro? It's because they're stupid. Right, Chris?
What's terrible?
Everything! I mean, look, bro, I got money to burn. So I'm gonna burn it on the good life. And you... That's a new car outside, right? And I bet that you paid in cash.
I'm out, Soup.
Yo, listen to this guy. Yo, you can't be out, man. I got plans.
Yeah, we're out of Soup.
Yo, what's your problem, bro? Yo, listen. It's that we are literally the cocaine cowboys of this generation. And you're throwing this shit at me?
Lost touch, man. You're sick.
Listen, punk. You're just some hack with some fame. That's it. I made you 100 grand in this year alone. Let me say this one more time. You do not run my life. Screw
Stop it, man! Stop it! You're gonna kill him! Stop! Chris! Come on, let him go! He's done! It's over! We kicked his ass!
You're right.
Come on. It's your birthday,
You're right.
isn't it?
You're right. You are so right. It's my birthday.
JJ Journal. Depressed. There was this movie I saw when I was a kid. A Thing from Another World. It was this old black and white film from the 50s. I remember being a little scared at first, and then it was funny seeing all these guys act in front of an obviously fake rubber suit. But that was then. Later, they made another thing. My dad told me I could joke around about those, but The world always knows how to make things scary. A lot scary. I remember joking around about aliens in rubber suits invading us, and then one day, my dad sat me down and showed me the thing again. Only this time, it wasn't the old one, but a new one. It wasn't black and white. There was blood. Lots of blood. And I was scared. Really scared. You see, the creature could turn into anyone. And it had this shriek. A shriek that would freak me out. I had nightmares for weeks of my family sitting around the table, eating dinner, and one of them is that thing. Slowly coming. Turning its head to look at me. Or worse yet, was it in me? Eating me up from the inside. That was the moment I realized the world gets darker and darker every time we laugh a little. But Allie was my candle. I wish she could have just taken me out of the darkness, but it just got darker and darker. Who's Allie? Well, J.J. Churn. My first light.
Hi, can I have a white chocolate mocha? Extra, please. Thanks.
That's a heavy drink.
Well, it's a happy hour, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it is. Alba coffee, black.
Wow, if you're fashion, you'd be so 10 years ago.
Yeah. Well, my life's kinda complicated, so I need to keep everything else as simple as possible. You, on the other hand...
Yeah, simple life, complicated coffee.
I'm JJ.
Allie.
You know, Allie, Pinecrest could be kinda dangerous at night if you don't know where you're going.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, could really hurt yourself just walking to your car, getting hit by a flying $100 bill.
Yeah, Pinecrest people. Such litter bugs.
Wanna get something to eat later? Maybe hang out?
I don't know, JJ, with those dangerous flying $100 bills yourself.
I'm not dangerous. Some people might think that about me, but they're more afraid of my internet connections.
Well, I'll kick my laptop off your server if that's okay.
Well, it's password encrypted, so...
I don't have government clearance.
No, the government's the last thing that gets clearance.
What's over there?
What?
That composition book. It says 256 or something.
Oh, that? That's sort of computer code. It means 256-bit. It's kind of like thinking of warp drive from Star Trek. We have the possibility of getting to that tech, but it's really far out. You see, an average computer system's a 32-bit system with some going up to 64-bit.
No. It's interesting. I know a little about computers as far as Windows XP and hitting the power button.
Well, 256 is like a far dream of hoping to get to. It makes awfully large numbers, and it's used a lot in cryptography to keep people from guessing, or calculating what we don't want them to calculate. It's kind of like heaven for a computer geek. We all dream of being able to get a machine that could reach that goal. Well, I guess that's it. It's heaven.
Wow, I know it sounds kind of cheesy, but it's almost romantic in a way.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody call cryptography or computer code romantic.
Well then, please meet me first. You seem like a really interesting person, JJ.
Well, I haven't heard a thing about you yet, Allie.
Then let's get something to eat and make it a chapter 2, shall we?
Let's.
Looks like your life might be well over, Mr. James. Not even a year after you get out of juvie, and
I was doing nothing wrong.
possession of a controlled substance is something very wrong, James. You always sulk, you know that? Seems like you have nothing else to live for but to mess with the system.
I've been clean, okay?
You've been seen consorting with an Albert Gonzalez and a Christian
Haven't seen
in a
them.
while. I know. But you did see them though, and we did find this device in your garage when we searched it. This is... Can you tell me?
A sniffer, I believe.
Yeah, a sniffer. This how you got into the TJX court, James?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Jesus, kid, could you stop lying to us? We already know everything. Would you just stop playing games with the kid already?
Look.
How could you know anything? Who's been talking? Hey?
Oh, hey, JJ.
What's up, Chris?
Oh, nothing. Just chilling.
Well, chilling, huh?
Oh, yeah, you know.
You know you called me here, right?
Yeah.
Oh, gee. Well?
Well, I just want to know how you been since the, you know.
I know what?
That is, how you been? What are you working on? You working on anything?
I've been doing odd jobs trying to stay afloat. I'm lucky I got my dad's place and found a combination work at McDonald's or something. I met a girl.
You met a girl? That's great, man. Girls are good.
Chris, you're being weird.
Hey, I'm not being weird, man. It's just weird. Wasu, he's getting crazy, you know?
He's always been crazy. I heard he's been up to NYC and back down here, going all around those forums. Haven't been on those in a while.
Yeah, I know. I just want to know what cool shit have you been working on as of late on your computer?
I've been trying to stay clear of that online stuff, and I've just been hanging out. I do miss coding a bit.
Oh, you're not coding. We're coding though, right?
What?
Yeah, you're like coding though, right?
I mean, dabble. Nothing to what I used to do.
Jay!
What?
I've been standing there looking at you for almost 3 minutes, and you've got 9. What's going on?
I don't know, I'm just not feeling on there.
You know, next Friday will make 3 years.
This is Ali, and this is now present day, 2008. I'm currently going through one of my funks. Ali is...
You want to go out, watch a movie.
No, I'm fine. You're my dad, you know that?
Your what?
My dad. It's like some old comic I used to read. Cloak and Dagger. See, they were both runaways. Cloak was this dark void. He fed off the fear and light of others. His body was this dark black void, and he covered himself with a cloak to protect himself. But Dagger could produce light. Daggers of light. And she could satiate his hunger. Keep him from going completely to the darkness, you know?
So, your cloak and dagger. Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Look, you don't need to stay here tonight. I guess I need a deal right now. After the raid, everything's just a mess. Plus, they took my Dragonlance books this time.
Wow. Maybe they just like what you're on to. Look, listen, go out, eat shit and hang. It's no big deal.
Go ahead and go out.
Jay, listen. The feds can't take you down. You've been living with me more and more these past few months. No one else.
I know.
Jay, no one else can touch you, alright? You're done with that life, aren't you? Fine. Then you can move on.
Yeah.
You okay?
I told you I was okay. After this mess of a raid, I can't just get past it.
Did you take your pill?
I can't think when I'm on those things. I can't even sit in front of the computer. I feel ostracized.
They're meant to help you.
Well, they're not. Okay? Every minute, I sink. I don't know why, but it's worse. It's like a black hole or something.
We got you, JJ boy.
Dad, I need help. I need to get a lawyer.
Son, I'm sorry. I can't. Look, you have the house there and you live in it for free.
Dad, they're accusing me of doing all these things, but I had nothing to do with it.
Like NASA and the Defense Department.
Bugging every wire in your house.
Comrade.
Why are you calling me?
Look, I'm sorry about what happened before.
That was 3 years ago, man, and I haven't heard of you.
Look, bro, I hit bottom. Okay? They caught me.
JJ, you need to look at me. I don't want you going there. Please, look at me.
I could hear you, but for some reason...
Stand by. Go in hard and take him down quick.
I'm sorry, son. I can't help anymore. I just can't.
Dad, these guys, I swear to you, they go around and do this kind of stuff. I know them, but
I need some help, man.
I want nothing to do with you, man.
Look, you have the TJX stuff, right?
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
JJ, please. Come back to me. You're playing your tag, remember?
We got you, JJ.
Son, you know I loved you.
Loved? Past tense?
No, I didn't mean it like that. I really do love you.
JJ.
Come, do you still have the sniffer we used?
I heard these kids. You played everybody. You tried to be on top and it sunk you.
Comrade, come on! I need your help!
Get down!
What's happening?
This is where it ends.
They came in and they made their way around my house because they thought they had a right. It was 2008. I hadn't been involved with those wackos for at least 6 years.
JJ!
Mom, you can't do that.
Yes, I can and I will. We love you, your dad and I. We need to take this away.
Mom, if you take away my computer, you take away my life.
Alright, you prick. It's time to end your crap.
Son, your mother can't live enough with stress.
And I was stupid then. I didn't know it, but no one could touch me.
I really need you now, honey. Please don't do anything crazy.
Comrade, tell me where the stash is!
JJ, if there's something wrong, you need to tell me, sweetheart.
It was Big Mom. You're beating me every day. That's what I wanted to tell you, but I couldn't. Didn't want to worry you.
JJ, you're muttering to yourself, JJ.
I love you. I want the world for you.
JJ.
They raided my house, son. Looking for your things. They thought I was hiding something for you.
Okay, breathe. I love you.
I love you.
Get out!
Comrade!
Comrade! My name is JJ.
I am so sorry.
What?
Look, I'm sorry, man. I needed to give them to someone. They were gonna make me serve like 20 years. They got soup. Everything's falling apart.
Chris,
I needed to save myself.
I didn't do anything wrong, Chris.
I'm sorry.
We got you now, you stupid punk. For life. We always have.
JJ, sir. No,
to my
my Ken. I kept this journal in a safe place. Read it with a grain of salt. I usually wrote in it when I was depressed and tried not to incriminate anyone. Ali, I honestly had nothing to do with the TJX and Albert and those guys. I have no faith in the justice system. Unfortunately, I don't picture the feds caring all that much. So, although Albert and Chris are the most destructive, dangerous hackers the feds have ever caught, they'll let them go off easy because I'm a juicier target. Tell Dad. Well, tell him I knew he loved me the best he could. It's so dark in here in my brain. Every day darker and darker. The world changes. I just can't seem to stay along for the ride. Today, I take control. At least I think I do. It was more for salvation. That's why I needed to do this. My soul feels dead. 256. I am the master of this computer. For me, the gates will open. Remember what I told you. 256-bit. My dream world, my fantasy. All in ones and zeros. In control. 256. It's so cold. And I can't control what's around me. It's helpless. Nothing helps. If I die free. They will never own me.
You never did.
Thank you for watching this show. My name's Eric Brody and I just played the role of JJ. This show is unique because of our current circumstances. Today, we're the most disconnected than we've ever been because of this pandemic. If you feel lonely or that there's no one there to help you, if you feel depressed, anxious, unsure about anything, just know that you're not alone. On these screens, there are a list of phone numbers and links for national organizations that are willing to help people that are in need. If you feel any of these things, know that these people are there to help you. Don't be afraid to call them. JJ's story was tragic. Yours does not need to be. Thank you.